Welcome to Ansumana Explore. This is your first time. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Here we explore different things. We explore culture, families, whatever that is worth exploring, we do explore. So check me out. Also, I have another channel called Ansumana Explore. Check me out there. Another channel called Ansumana Smart Farm. If this is your first time, check Ansumana Smart Farm. Over there we do farming activities. We do a lot of activities over there too. Yes, my good people. So that's what we do here. But as I said, let me get to the nitty-gritty of what we're here to discuss and talk about. For the first timers coming to watch this channel, my name is Ansumana and this is Ansumana Explore. Here we explore culture, people, cities, driving, content, anything that is worth exploring we do. Traveling, farming activities. So if you want to ask me, oh, Mr. Ansumana, what you do? Yes, I'm a farmer, a legit farmer, and also what? I'm a driver, a legit driver, and also what? I'm a content creator. So my good people, let's dive into what Ansumana Explore is all about. If you don't know, check me out, go watch my other videos. You see me putting videos there, nice videos, great videos. Yes, go watch them out too. So my good people, as I said on Ansumana Explore, sometimes we explore culture. What's culture? We explore people. What is people? Who are people? Because we need to understand some of these things. So that's why when you come on Ansumana Explore, you get a mixed bag of many things that you're going to be expecting on this channel. So my good people, sit tight, take a cup of coffee, water, ginger beer, whatever you can grab, just grab it and locked in so we can move this train forward. So as I was saying, in terms of what people, you have to understand people. Anywhere you go, you gotta understand people. So when we come here, we're exploring about people. We're talking about people because we want you to understand. We want you to know who people are, because sometimes some people are just difficult to deal with. But how can you handle people who are difficult? So you see, so that's why we see when you come on this channel, you get to explore many things, you get to learn many things, you get to see a lot of things happen on this channel. Sometimes we're on the street, sometimes I'm behind the camera, sometimes I'm sitting in my room talking about just some regular stuff, but it is what it is. We come here, we make sure things are working the way they're supposed to be working, because it is our job to make sure we bring, this content to you people. So my good people, hook up on the bandwagon and let's move forward and we move this moving train, because this is a moving train. Nobody's gonna stop us, So my good people, remember, check me out on Smart Farm. I'm a farmer. I'm doing farming content there. Presently, we're working on some few things on the farm. I cannot bring them to you now because it's not easy, guys. It's really not easy being on the farm and wanting to have a farm. You know what I mean? It's not easy because we are presently working on a few things on the farm. That's why I told you people, check me out on a smart farm. You get to see many things, what's happening, what are the updates, what we've been doing, what's been going on, you know what I mean, why we stopped, building the chicken coop, all those things. Yes, but there are other great plans, other things behind the scene we're working on. By the grace of God, we're going to be letting you people know, understand, get the gist, because as I always say on Ansumana Explore, when you come here, you really get to get what is happening on any other channel, because this is where we drop every gist. This is where we drop everything happening on any other channels. Yes, because this is the father, this is the baby. We want to make sure we get this channel to where it's supposed to be. So my good people, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell your friend to tell your friend, because at the end of the day, subscription is free. We're not paying any tax for it. Let nobody tell you you're paying tax for subscription, guys. Nobody's paying for tax for subscribing to your channel. No, it's just free, just watching free, guys. Yes. So shout out to everybody who is watching this channel. Shout out to my subscribers, shout out to my viewers, people who come to, patronize. We don't take you lightly, we don't take you granted like that. So my good people, let's keep moving, let's keep rocking this train, because at the end of the day, it's about we supporting one another. At the end of the day, it's about we pushing. This is the YouTube streets, man. This is where we are. So if we're on the street, we gotta know how we navigating this street. We gotta know how we're moving. We gotta know how we're doing. So, but let's come back so we don't digress. My good people, as I was saying, Ansumana explore different things. For example, culture. You have to understand people's culture. If you don't understand somebody's culture, it's gonna be always a conflict. It's like I leave from America, I go to Kenya. I leave from America, I go to Philippines. I leave from America, I go to Cambodia. I leave from America, I go to Ghana. Everybody has his own culture. Everybody has his own way of doing things. So if you are embedded in doing your own things your own way, and you go to somebody's culture, but that's not how they rocking that shit over there, bro, you better make sure you're fixing your own shit good. Because if you're not fixing it the way you're supposed to fix it, then it's gonna create some, you know what I mean? It's gonna create some big issues. So that's why there was sometimes some people say what? Or most of the time people say, well, when you go to Rome, do as the Romans do. You have to understand people's culture. If you go to Kenya, you know this is what they're doing. Try to work with that culture. So at the end of the day, you're able to adjust and live with that people in peace. But if you want to impose your own culture on them, there's always going to be a conflict. And who's going to win? They're going to win. They're going to win. So you want to make sure you understand some of this culture. You want to make sure you really grasp it. You know, because sometimes we hear people talk about culture, but they themselves have not actually lived another man's culture. Because sometimes you have to experience somebody's culture. When you experience somebody's culture, then you get to come to grasp to understand certain things. But if you don't get to understand certain things about somebody's culture, there's always a tendency for you to misunderstand that person, or for you to read that person wrongly. So that is why it's always good when you go sometimes in places. You know, it's not only to live in the city. Go in this interior. When you go there, you see how people are operating, that you really understand. Because sometimes city life, again, I always say, has its own ups and downs. You know what I mean? But when you go to the down at to where the people are, you really understand. Some are good people. That's all about culture I'm talking about. That's why I always come here. I create that awareness and educate people. Because when you understand somebody's culture, how they do things, even in terms of you navigating when you're traveling, it makes it very simple for you. Trust me, it makes it very simple for you. But if you don't want to understand that person's culture, and you don't want to like try to leave that culture for you to understand it, that can bring you fast speed to what you need to do, bro, you will not get stuck. Because I know the day that person too is not going to leave his own culture to say, you know what I mean? But it's just I'm from Sierra Leone. When I came to America, I got to adapt to the American culture. When I mean adapt, doesn't mean that I left my culture, no. But for me to be able to move my shit right, quick, fast, you have to adapt to certain things. You have to adapt to timeliness. You have to be on time when you make appointment with people. That's just the culture. That's just the values here people operate on. You have to be in the line. You have to be in the queue. That's just our own culture. But if you go to Africa, some part of Africa, you guys stand in the queue. Some people don't observe time. So you see, but when you come to Africa, you want to see how you can adjust yourself, because that's how their system is. Like, that's how they work, and that's their own culture. That's how they do their own things. But when you come again to dealing with people, you have to understand this person, like, you know what I mean? You don't be eating somebody's food, then you degrading the food. Oh, no. So you see, so you have to embed yourself. So my good people, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Ansumana Explore, guys.